Hello, good morning, class. Today we will continue our second chapter of history, that is the socialism in Europe. Okay, and you can say the Russian Revolution. And today's topic is sport for socialism, that how the people were sporting for the socialism. Okay, and opposing were capitalism. Got it, beta? Okay, let's start. By the 1870s, socialist ideas spread through Europe. To coordinate their efforts, socialists formed an international body, namely the Second International. Second International. It means I want to tell you about the world. The world is divided into three parts. Okay, three world you can say. You can see in a bit a second international. First international is European countries. You can say the USA. USA followers. Yeah, you can say capitalist followers. Okay, capitalist countries. Second world countries. Yeah, you can say second industrialist. Second international countries are socialism follower countries. Okay, and third world countries are who get independence after the 1945. Okay, yeah, you can say after the ending of second world war. Got it, beta? The division of world: first world countries, second world countries, and third world countries. In first world countries, capitalist countries are there, and in second world countries, socialism follower countries, and third one is third world countries, that is who get independent after the ending of second world war. Okay, beta? And we are now discussing about the second world countries. Got it? Workers in England and Germany began forming association to fight for better living and working conditions. They set up funds to help members in times of distress and demanded a reduction of working hours and the rights to vote in Germany. These associations worked closely with the Social Democratic Party and helped it win parliamentary seats by 1905. As you know, we are discussing about the socialism. Okay, before the 90s, many countries were monarchy countries. Yeah, you can say in many countries monarchy system were there. Okay, and they try to adopt the form of democracy, because in democracy the people gets many rights, many types of freedom. Okay, that's why the people in 19th century, in 19th century, yeah, you can say ending of the 19th century, the people were start demanding for the rights. Okay, now they makes a organization, yeah, you can say they makes a group. Okay, got it, beta? They set up funds for help members in times of distress and demands reduction for hours. These were the main demands of the workers. First one is reduction of hours, second one is improvement of their payment. Okay, now beta, by 1905 socialist and trade unionists formed a labor party in Britain and a socialist party in France. In 1905 beta, very important date in this chapter. In 1905, the socialist party, or you can say the labor party in Britain and social party in France framed. Second thing is the 1905 is known as the important event in this chapter, that is Bloody Sunday. Okay, Bloody Sunday. In next video I will tell you about the Bloody Sunday, that why we said that is a Bloody Sunday event of 1905. Okay, However, till 1914, socialists never succeeded in forming a government in Europe. Represented by a strong figure in parliamentary politics, their ideas did shape legislation, but governments continued to be run by conservatives, liberals, and radicals. Okay, as we read this, that before the 1940 the socialist party never win the election. Okay, if that party never win the election, then how this party make the government? Okay, but this party was in the opposition in parliament. Okay beta, and as you know, in 1914, very important date is this. In this year the first world has been started. Okay, the first world war begin in 1914 to 1918. Okay beta, now your topic is ended with the support for socialism, that how the Europe people support for the socialism. Okay, any problem to anyone? Beta, now I'm sending again a video to you. You have to listen carefully. Okay, because our chapter is very big and we have to finish this chapter within a week. Got it?